Okay, welcome Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you in the end of July. Best messages coming out for Pisces. Beautiful Pisces. We do have Mercury retrograde going on right now. There's huge shifts going on right now. It's all pretty much because of the year of the snake, first of all. Right? Number two, we just had Uranus go into Gemini, which is a big thing. And causes a lot of different things. And then, of course, that full moon in Capricorn has released our karmic releases and our karmic debts. Unless those who want to sit there. Good luck with that. I don't. And I know you guys don't either. So let's release those. And get through those karmic debts and trenches. And then we have the new moon in Leo that's coming up that's going to bring in a new beginning. An abrupt new beginning where you're going to feel like, well, now I can't go back. You don't want to go back. Why would you want to go back? You just got out of karmic releases. Right? Why would I want to go back? Okay, let's see what's going on. And then, of course, we have Saturn in retrograde, which happened on the 13th. That reading is up, guys. Which is also making its way through until November 27th, where it's going to start getting rid of things that are not authentic for you as well. Helping you release and keep those things away from you. So what do you got now at the end of July? We do have impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. So there could be still something here that you're still trying to make a decision on. I do feel like this is kind of the, well, it's like kind of like the Two of Swords. It reminds me more of anything. Because the squirrel, number one, the squirrel in itself is a thinker, right? It's a thinker. It's about thinking. It's about making precise movements. The squirrel is very smart. He can solve puzzles, and he's going to solve this. More than anything, this squirrel can't get over this, so he's trying to figure it out. More than anything, you know what he's going to do. He's going to jump this tree. He's going to use it, this branch, and he's going to get over that wall. You just see it. I mean, you know it, right? If your intuition's open, you guys see that. You're Pisces. You know how he's going to get through this. So he says, I can't climb that wall, but I'm going to jump that tree. So he's going to have to reflect, though, his energy before he can get up that tree to get over that wall. Because he's saying, I'm not going to let anything keep me at an impasse. I can't sit here forever. So whatever's going on with you guys, you're looking and trying to solve this puzzle of how I'm going to get away from this blockage. Whatever is standing in your way, you're going to find the answer. I believe it for everything in my whole soul that you're going to find that answer. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. By doing so, you know that this is going to help you transform. Because you're trying to get away from something that no longer serves you. You're trying to solve this puzzle piece, but it feels like you're trying to do it with peace. I feel that. You guys are trying to get out of a love relationship or getting ready for divorce. Maybe you're trying to find the easy, peaceful way out of the situation. Trying to solve it, trying to make it not so harsh, right? But I have to transform because I can't stay here. So it's trying to transform something into the way you need it to be. It could even be a job. Like, I want to get out of this job. I've been here for 10 years. But I don't want to burn bridges. That's really what it feels like. It feels like I'm trying not to burn bridges. I'm trying to keep it as peaceful as possible. Yeah, because you have a new beginning coming in and you know it, and you're trying to get to this new beginning and this new cycle peacefully and easily, as smooth as possible. I think somebody's trying to make it rough for you, and I think that's why you're sitting over here in this impasse. I think somebody's trying to throw a bunch of shit at you, trying to make you angry, trying to do this or that, and you're trying to smooth it out. You have something that's coming in that you know it's time to jump. You have to answer this call now. You know you need to make your way out this door for this new beginning. This is where you're going to transform your life, but you know, I can't sit here. I have to go. How am I going to go? How am I going to get there? Maybe it's even trying to figure out how you're going to transform money to get to where it is you need to be. I need this much money to be able to do this. Now I have to think. I have to think, how am I going to save money? How am I going to be able to get there? It needs to happen now. Yep, expand your horizons. You somehow or another have to feel like you're going to jump out of a box. The ship is so far away, and I think for a lot of you that's it too. As I see it here, see how far that ship is? It's so far away, and you need to run all the way down this path because that ship's going to take off without you, and you're like, no, 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 no. This has to happen now. Now, whether or not for some of you it actually has to be right now, you're making it, for some of you, you're making it feel impulsive. But maybe it's because you feel like if it's not now, it'll be never. I will sit in this comfort zone. I will sit in this box. If I don't do something now while my mind is ready to rock and roll, I know myself. I know I'm just going to sit here. I know. I just know it, right? So I think that a lot of you have this thought, you have this idea, you know that you have this call to do so, and you feel like you're impulsively needing to take this action now, swiftly, quickly. Definitely Knight of Swords for sure. But you know that there has to be some kind of thought though too. So if we had the Knight of Swords out, you would say I'm impulsively taking action. I'm moving like a bat out of Hades, but I have to be smart about it. So you're definitely going to have to bring in some High Priestess to the situation. Because intuitively you're going to need to know, and you're also going to have to be the Queen of Swords because you're going to really have to think about the situation. Either the Queen or the King of Swords as well. So there's going to be a lot of sword. There's a lot of sword energy going on over here. We will get to that in just a second. I'm just bringing them out because they might not pop out, but I'm just saying that's intuitively that's what I'm telling you. This is where your heart's desire is. And a Knight of Wands. Yeah. Trust there's a divine plan. Spirit says just, you know what, you're going to find this, but make sure you're using that trust and that faith. Hierophant. Hierophant energy. Trust in the divine to give you the answers. Okay, let's go over here now and go on this, let's get some tarot on this now. Throw in enough cards, I'm sure they'll come out one way or another. If they don't, whatever. Just to the point where it's like, whatever, I already said it, so whether you give it to me or not, I don't care. There's the Two of Swords. I already said that. Two of Swords on the impasse, right? That was it right there. Needing to make those direct decisions. Weighing you down, knowing that you're at a deadlock, but you can't avoid this. See the water in the background of the card? It's like, it's kind of smooth, but it's a little rough. That's why I'm saying. It's almost like you're trying to keep it as smooth as possible, but somebody might be trying to ruffle your feathers. Okay. Transformation of the first light. Could be a job situation that you know you need to move to right away. You might even feel like if I don't hurry up and do that. Now, that's what I was saying. For some of you, it's literally, I have to do this or that job will not be there. For others of you, it's, if I don't do something about this, I'm just going to be stuck in a comfort zone. So take it how it resonates for you guys, okay? Because one, it literally does need to be done. And one is more like, oh, if I don't do this while I have the courage, then I'm just going to stay here forever, right? No, this one is saying I'm having failure of loss. If it's a job situation or something where you know there is a timing, that's why the Ten of Pentacles is coming in reverse saying, oh no, I got to do this because otherwise this will be failure. This will be loss. I'll lose this opportunity. So I'm having this sudden awareness that I'm choosing my own happiness. Now I love the Four of Cups in reverse because no matter what it is, it's saying, no matter what the situation is, I'm choosing myself. I have this sudden awareness that I cannot sit in this box. Okay. So no matter what, this is 100. And that's where the answering the call is. Now, whether or not you know it could be a missed opportunity, that's different, right? some it's not. Some of it's just like, I hate this relationship. I'm out. I'm not going to sit here and take this shit no more. Right. Okay. So let's go over here. Yeah, it's saying I have more self-respect and more self-confidence than, you know, at this time of my life. I know where I need to be. For a lot of you, just feel like you're living without rewards. There's just so many distractions. There's so many things, and you're trying not to let anything distract you at this time. You're really using that self-confidence. You're really wanting to expand what it is you need to expand within the situation. Okay, so it's saying, yes, this is where I need to be. I'm doing this because this is where I have to be. And I'm not going to sit over here and procrastinate anymore on this situation. Or if I do procrastinate, I'm going to make a missed opportunity. Okay, so this over here, it says trust there's a divine plan as the King of Wands. Love it. You're seeing the bigger picture. You're understanding what's going on, and you're overcoming the challenges. You're going to overcome that challenge by looking at the bigger picture. So it does look like you are going to write down some pros and cons of the situation and try to figure out how you're going to make your victory. You guys are going to have this. This is it. That's it. Yep, there's the Hierophant. I said Hierophant to the Hierophant. Having the trust and, you know, the guidance. Remember that, you know, it's going to be, you know, using a lot of patience within the situation. I understand that you're trying to move as fast as lightning over here, my friends. Okay, because you have the Chariot. That's fine. Give me the Chariot, whatever. Okay, but that's because you have the understanding of what's going on and really looking deep within the situation. But I will say one thing. You're still going to be very wise about the situation with the Hierophant. Look, even though you're going to feel impulsive and that you need to get this done, it doesn't mean that you're just going to blow up in the air and just be like running out, right? Without a plan. No. That's the whole point of being the squirrel. That's the whole point of being the squirrel, is that you do have a plan. Squirrels are not stupid. They're actually very freaking smart. I mean, remember, they hide 1,000 nuts. And they know where to find that shit. I mean, I can't even find my glasses, okay? You know what I mean? I took off my glasses, put on my shirt, and I'm like, what the hell do I do with my glasses? Right? Okay. So we all know that they're, you know, but this guy can run all over 100 Acre Wood over here with Winnie the Pooh and find all these damn nuts. Like, how? He's got one hell of a brain. And he's a protein eater, though, you know. Protein does make you smart. That's just knowledge. I mean, if you ate grass all day, you wouldn't be very smart. But that's not the point. The point is, yeah, them walnuts, I tell you, man, them acorns, they give him a lot of protein. But he's a smart little shit, and he knows where he's going, and he knows exactly where he's put those nuts. And he doesn't mess around. Remember, he also knows where he's going to put them so that they will be protected. So you think he's just sitting over here? No, he's watching where the birds go. Will the other squirrels find my nuts? Right? He's got to think about all these little things. And it's amazing to think that a creature, a squirrel, right? But he's also fast. He's quirky. He's all over the place. So yeah, but I mean, that's really what's going on. And if the squirrel is your spirit guide, then you must be one hell of a thinker. My son's spirit guide, one of the spirit guides is, animal spirit guides is a squirrel. Brown squirrel. Not tree squirrel, but brown squirrel. Okay. What if it really makes a difference, though? Makes you wonder, right? Okay. For those of you who are dealing with love, we do have heartbreak. Someone's getting all dressed up to go nowhere. So they might be thinking that they're going to get all dressed up with you and go somewhere, but you're saying we're not going anywhere, so take off that dress. We're not going nowhere. You're overdressed for nothing. Okay? Because you've lost the passion within the situation. Okay, there's no more attraction either, so it's almost like they're dressing. Maybe they're trying to dress up to get your attention because you've been settling for so long. The Spirit says there's no time to settle anymore, and you know you've been settling. Maybe they will come to you, the end of the month all dressed up, thinking that they're going somewhere, trying to get your attention. That's really what it looks like. But you're saying, I'm not settling with this anymore. I'm all done. I'm jumping out of this box and I'm getting out of this relationship. It's become a frigging illusion. There's too many. I feel like it's not even so much illusion anymore as it has become rose-colored glasses. I think maybe, Pisces, you were wearing rose-colored glasses for a long time, putting up with a lot of nonsense. And you're taking those rose-colored glasses off because you can clearly see what reality is, and reality is not what you like anymore. You've grown through this situation. You have transformed. You've shed this old skin. They do not bring to the table what you want them to bring to the table. I don't care how cute you look in your fancy suit. I don't care how cute you look in your fancy little dress. It's not going to work this time. Right? It's not working. So you're all dressed up for nothing because there's nothing but closure. No, I'm done. Okay? You're finding your individuality and it's not meeting up with them. You know who you are and you're not taking that anymore. So you're setting some boundaries. When it comes to this person, I feel like you've already put boundaries up and I think they're trying to overstep those boundaries, to tell you the truth. I think you've already put up the boundaries, and I think by them trying to dress up, be cute, whatever, however you want to see that, right? Trying to tempt you back in, allure you in, is not going to work. You see right through this shit. That's exactly what it is. I see right through you. We've gone through this. And I think for a lot of you, you've even tried to get through this many times, and it's just not working. Maybe it works for a little while, and then it just crumbles again. Maybe it works for 2 or 3 months, and then it just ends up right back to the same place. It's kind of like, my gosh, it never changes. Okay, that's love situation. Yeah, there's a huge transformation. Letting go of the situation. I don't want you around me anymore. Could be dealing with Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Could also be a Capricorn. It could be a fixed sign. It could be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Seeking personal closure over here. This is for yourself because you feel like there is no closure. So now you're going to seek out this closure. There it is right there. That's crazy. Seeking out this closure. Now you're going to literally tell them, okay, you know what? Maybe we just, because we made so many boundaries, there was no closure, so they don't really know. But now I'm telling you right now, I'm shutting this door goodbye. So definitely it's over. Okay. I think maybe you guys just kind of went separate ways, but no one really knew if you were really, maybe they didn't really know if you were still really interested in them. Because there was no real bye, right? Or maybe they're just friggin' delusional. And you're like, I said bye 12 times, but now I really have to like tell them it's over. Stop dressing up to come and see me. I don't want you here. I don't care about your fancy perfume. Take you and your cute shoes and go somewhere else. Okay, so getting over here to the money. Okay. Let's see. Now we're getting over here to this money and this job situation, in case this is a job situation. Shows what's going on within the money. Gambling. Don't risk too much when you're doing this situation because you do have a new beginning. You may have even felt like in the past you gambled a lot of money away. And gambling doesn't mean I have to be at the casino gambling or getting lottery tickets. It just means that maybe I had overspent too much money or gave too much money away to a situation, didn't save enough money, spent all my money. Okay. So now it's saying that, you know what, now it's time to really hold on to this money and really get yourself, you know, planting your seeds for this transformation, because you have a transformation and a new beginning when it comes to your money or your work situation. You may even have somebody who's helping and giving you a helping hand within the situation. Maybe you don't have enough money, and maybe that's another reason why you're trying to think of, okay, but I have to jump out of this box. I have to go find this job. Who's going to lend me their car because I don't have a car? I don't even have money for a damn bus ticket. Who's going to help me with money with the bus ticket? You know what I mean? Like I'm down and out. Right, or maybe I'm leaving this relationship and I have no money, and who's gonna You know, I don't want to live in my car, right? For some of you, I kind of see that. Sorry to say that. I kind of do see that. Some of you are definitely going to, with the chariot, you could be living in your car. But the good thing is I do like this, though, because it's saying everything's changing around. You're going to find the helping hand that you need, whether it's within this new job opening for you or somebody helping you out within the situation, because there's fast changes that are coming in. Yeah. No more wrong decisions. It says you're on the right track. Oh, I love that. I usually don't take those cards in reverse, but I just felt like it was coming out in reverse on purpose. Because it's saying, no, I don't want you to understand that you're on the wrong track. I want you to understand you're on the right track, even though the track seems hard, but you know it because you can feel it already. Because look, you're already ready to rock and roll over here. You know where you're going, Pisces. You're just like, yeah, I got to do this. Yeah, because you have the fruits of your labor. 9 of Pentacles. Rich gain is here. Yeah, because you're planting all those fruits. Everything that you've touched now is kind of it's turning to gold. It will take some time, though. Okay, so don't just think that in the end of the month, it's just like because this reading is here at the end of the month that all of a sudden you're just going to become filthy rich. No, it's going to take time to grow that fruit. It's just saying this is the starting point of where the energy comes out to say, here comes that transformation. Now, where are you going? Right? I mean, because the majority of you are still in squirrel mode. Right? For those of you who know that you've already jumped the wall and you're on your way, you're getting closer, right? For others of you, you're going to jump that wall and you're going to say, oh, on the horizon, I'm there it comes, right? Okay, guys, let's get an overall card for you. Give us an overall message from Spirit. Uplift them, keep them going strong. Life is so, just a pain in the butt. Sometimes it's wonderful, sometimes pain in the ass. Let's give them something wonderful to look forward to. Man, you guys are going to get the same card Scorpio got. I just did the Scorpion reading. You're doing the same thing. Stepping stones. Take the next steps. It's about simplicity and focus. And it is. It's all about the stepping stones. Scorpio is doing the same thing. You guys have Scorpio in your chart or dealing with a Scorpio. I swear you guys that's the same card they just got. So it's all about stepping stones. It's all about one step at a time, my friends. Okay? I know, it's crazy. You know, tarot makes it sound like it's all happening within the next 5 days. Right? No. In actuality, this could take 2 months. This is where you're going. Right? Because you're at what? Right now, you're going through the new beginning. You're going through the transformation. You're on the fast track, but universe's fast track is not our fast track. And then for some of you, you'd be like, whoa, you know what? I actually did get this glow up. I actually am seeing a bunch of money coming towards me right now. Everybody's story is different. That's why it's a general reading. This is not a personal reading. Okay? Don't hesitate. You're okay. Ooh, we have hidden treasure. Aries got this on the, you guys are Pisces, Aries watching, even though I know you have your own reading, but if you have Aries in your chart too, this was also in the live reading for the fire signs. Aries got this as well. Hidden treasure. You're on the right track. Gifts revealed. If you guys are like Aries rising or Pisces Aries cusp and you're watching this, you might want to go watch that live. Aries had this. It's very interesting. You and Aries are the only ones that got this. And then you got the Scorpio. That's interesting. I love how they intertwine. Hidden treasure. You're on the right track. What did I just say? What did I just say? Where is it? You're on the right track. It's not the wrong decision. You're making the right decision. You're on the right track for the hidden blessings. Wow. Okay, guys. You guys are awesome. Till next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.